Well, good morning. This is Dave Johnston with Day Trade the Markets, and it's Tuesday morning, October the 11th, 2016. We're looking at a one-minute chart of the Emini S&P, and let me just get an arrow here. We're using the Day Trade the Markets software, and we have a lot of different structure on here, different colored paint bars and so forth. This magenta bar here, another one here, is our most aggressive selling paint bar. Most aggressive buying is blue. We got a little blue here, very small, which is unusual. Usually they're much larger in range, which indicates to me that the aggressive buying that did come in here was not all that strong. But this other formation we have here is called a high velocity move, sort of this vertical rectangle right here. So we're not only looking at the aggression in the market, but also the speed of the market. And when we have the combination of the two, we really have in most cases, the beginning of a nice intraday auction move. And so that's really what we're looking at here now. I also want to go ahead. I'm only short two. Sorry, I meant to put this other order in here just a little bit below there at 43.25. So sell that one there. As a matter of fact, I think what I will also do is I'm going to sell another two right at our original entry price. I don't know if it's going to get up to that other two. So we've got our orders in here, and I'm going to go ahead and put a buy stop in. We need probably our main resistance area is really right at the top of this high velocity move. I'm going to put my stop in just a little bit above it right there. We'll put a buy stop for 6, and yeah, that'll be good. So this has been a bit of a surprise this morning, in the sense that the market sold off and then opened here, 21.52. We'd had a lot of consolidation up until yesterday. Now yesterday was kind of one of those half holidays, but it did move higher. It moved above resistance at 58, and we're thinking if it could turn around and come back down below about 51 or so, it would be fairly bearish. And it has done that today. So I can see we got filled on the other two. So I'm actually going to put another, I think we'll go ahead and add another two here. Let's see, sell stop, sell limit here. We're going to add those two to here so we can get short 8. So we're short 4 right now. So I'm getting short here, just a tick below the low of this high velocity move, as you can see here. And I'm trying to get short to a little bit higher, and with the idea that the market's pretty weak, it might even get up to here, which would actually be sort of a natural pullback on something like this. But got a bit of volume in here, so I'm thinking it's probably, if it were to probe up a little bit, that would probably be about it. Now the software also creates these trade location zones. You can see one here, and one here. And then we've started a new one with the high up in here and the low down in here. So these are created real time during the day and become really good areas of support and resistance. So our next target down here, I'm just going to squeeze this a little bit, is in around the 38 area down here. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and try and buy back a couple of these guys. We're short from 42 1/4. I'm going to try and buy one back at 39 1/4, buy half of that position back. So we'll put in a buy limit down there because we do have the next target down here. I'll just put that in, which is right about at 38. So I'll just mark it in here, just so we know that, just as a reminder. So that's obviously just been placed manually. So yeah, anyway, so there we are right now. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, try and keep the duration of this as short as possible. So go ahead and put it on pause, and I'll pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, just restarted the recording. We had that order in. It just got filled just a moment ago, and that was an order right here at 39.25. Yeah, right on the dot there. So got filled on that, and I meant to put this marker in earlier. At any rate, that was, and we have this order. This is where we're short from. So now that that's happened, I'm going to cancel this sell limit here, and I'm going to change the protective buy stop down to just the 2 contracts. And I'm going to bring that protective buy stop down to break even now that the market has moved 3 points in our favor, and we have been filled. So this next barrier down here at 38, that's obviously the target that we've been working towards, and below that it's 35, 32, 27. So go ahead, and 35 is the next one. So let me just put another marker on here. That's actually 35, 25 right there. And then the next one below that is at 32.50, so right here. And we'll just leave those on for now. I'm going to go ahead and put an order in to buy 1 back down here. This is at 35.25. I'm going to put it in at let's try 35.75. Okay, so that'll be trying to buy 1 of the remaining 2 contracts back. So so that's it. Just want to bring you up to date on that. Once again, I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, just restarted the recording. It's continuing to drop, which is good, obviously, being on the short side. And what I wanted to do here was just, first of all, adjust the stop. So, oh good, we just had a magenta bar come in here, so aggressive selling. So another point, we get to our objective. Where it flattened out right here, I'm going to put my protective buy stop just above that. And that price right there is at 21.40. So I'm going to lower the stop now down to 21.40.25. That'll lock in 2 points here on the final 2 positions should we get stopped on that. And of course we exited here for plus 3 points on first half of the position. So that's where we're at for now. Oops, didn't even mean to grab that. That was at 39.25 right there. Okay, here we are down here. And what I should do also is put a marker in here for the next objective right in here. So everything seems to be in place for now, and hopefully you can get down and test onto there. So just want to bring you up to date on that, and once again I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, just resuming the recording. We just got filled just a moment ago right here. We got the marker in there, so I need to adjust this stop now down to just 1 contract, so make that adjustment there. Now we do have this magenta bar too, so I think what I'll do now is lower the stop, the protective buy stop. Just check. Okay, we just got another magenta bar. Alrighty, so the high on this current magenta bar is 21.36.75, as you can see. So I will put the buy stop at 21.37.25. Just 2 ticks above it, that's all. So 37.25, 42, that'll lock in 5 points on that. We've made 6 on the second objective here. So, you know, I'm just wondering about this stop here. We've had this bar right here, which is this D cell. So we've had some good selling in here. Magenta, D cell with follow through, just a regular bar, and then another magenta. So it could pop up because this heavy wave of selling on the magenta started here at 38.75. We just hit 34.25. But at any rate, I'm just going to leave it in there for right now. 31.25 is our stop. So what I will do is I should put a marker in there so we can keep track of that. I'll just put that right there at 37.25, with our next objective being down here in the 32 area, 32.50. So I'll just leave it like that for the time being and pause the recording and pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, just resuming the recording here. It's continuing to move lower. We just had another magenta bar right here, as you can see. It popped up here and then sold off. So this bar just right before it right here has a high at 35.75. So I'm going to lower the stop to 36.25. Okay, so we've now locked in 6 points on this. So I need to move this marker down to here. There we go. So just want to bring you up to date on that. This is our next target right here at 32.50. And then below that we've got one at 27.25. So I'll mark that in. 27.25 is our next target to the downside. There it is right there. 27.25. Okay, so we're down to just one contract of the 4 that we sold. So we're just going to keep using a trailing stop on this. No objective per se on this last 1/4 of the position where we got short up there at 21.42.25. So just bringing you up to date on the trade. And once again, I'll go ahead and pause recording. Try and keep the video as short as possible. Okay, just restarting the recording. We've got another magenta bar right here. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and lower the stop. The high on that one is at 33.75. I'm going to bring this down to 34.25. So make this adjustment here, and there's our marker on that one. So 34 from 42, so that'll lock in 8 points should we get stopped on that. So just want to bring you up to date on the adjustment on that stop. Once again, I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, just resume recording. We just got stopped right here, so that was an 8-point profit on the final position. So here's where we were short from up here at 42.25. So just a quick synopsis here of what we did. We were short up here. We exited 1/2 the position here at 3 points, so I marked that over here. 2 contracts at 3 points for a total of 6. Our next objective was down here, and that was for a profit of 6.5 points. It moved from 42.25 down here to 35.75. So I marked that in over there. As you can see right here, 1 times 650. And we just got stopped right here at 21.34.25. We're short from 42.25, so that's 8 points. So you add those up, you get 20.5 points. And for those of you not that familiar with trading this market, each time the market moves a point, not a tick, but a point, it's a $50 move. So there's 4 ticks in each point. As you can see, the market moves, for example, right now 21.35. It'll move to 21.34.75, 21.34.50, 21.34.25, 21.34. So there's 4 ticks per point. Each tick is worth $12.50. So 4 times $12.50 gives you the $50 per point. So it turned out to be a really nice trade today on this sell-off. Over 20-point gains. That's over $1,000 trade on the 4 contracts today in the Emini S&P. So utilizing the day trade the markets in particular, what we try and emphasize with our people is, especially when we got a really nice structure like this, the market had already sold off, got a really nice structure like that, so it gave us a really exact entry price right at the bottom there. If you recall, that was the trigger entry, not the triggering mechanism, but the actual entry price was 1 tick below the low of this high velocity move. And the reason for that was that when you have a high velocity move that has immediate follow through, that is confirming not only the aggression of the sellers, but the speed of them and the likelihood that they're going to continue lower after a potential pullback, and that pullback is towards the low of where that speed took place. And so that's why we got short right here at 41.42.25, which was 1 tick below the low of this selling high velocity move. And you can see the low of that right there at 21.42.50. So, pretty basic as far as entry. And then we just use the software, as you can see, to manage the trade. So you can see I was making adjustments on the protective buy stop every time a magenta bar came in, because that's aggressive selling. Using combination of magenta bar and any other kind of features. On this particular stop, when we had it down here, I also used the previous bar because it had popped up and decelerated, which is what these bars are that have the triangles above them and below them. These are deceleration bars, and we also have divergence bars, the trade location zones, and the filter at the bottom. Red filter meaning the day is being controlled, at least so far, by sellers. So a lot of different tools we have on here. We have 3 different colored paint bars, 3 for aggressive selling, 3 for aggressive buying. So the most aggressive selling, of course, the magenta. Then the second most aggressive selling are these red bars here. The weakest of the aggression on the sell side are these pink bars. On the buy side, the most aggressive is the blue. I mentioned this. We had this blue one here a little bit earlier today, but it's very short, very small range on that bar. The next strongest is a green bar. We did have one green one in here. Once again, very small bar. And the weakest of the buying is the light green. You can see a few of them scattered throughout here. So just a quick overview of the day trade the market software. Thanks for watching the trade. If you got any questions, just contact us at info@daytradethemarkets. Thanks for watching and have a good day.